Here we'll provide you a quick overview of SAP Jam. Once you log on to the Generation Portal homepage, click on SuccessFactors Jam, and it will take you to the home page. Over to the left, you will see these various groups that have been recently visited. If it has a globe, that means it's a public group. Public groups can be seen from the search, as well as you can join the group automatically, or you can be invited to that group by another member. For private groups, it'll have the lock. You can only see these groups if you're part of that group or if you've been invited to that group, etc. Now, over here on the top, this is your main search window. I can search for people, groups, documents, etc. So any type of content. If I click on this down arrow, it can either look for specific things such as events or people, etc. If I click on all and I want to look for a particular group, I just have to start typing in the characters, and it will start to show me that information, whether it's an overview page, whether it's a document, etc. So in this case, if I keep typing, as you can see, it's going to take me to the Candy Cloud group, and then I can click on that, or I can go directly to their overview page, or I can look at, for example, this quick start PDF. All right, so over to the right, these are common actions. So in this case, write a blog, add a wiki, create a poll. I can also look at my email settings for notifications. When do I want to be notified? How much do I want to be notified about? I can also set a corporate feed. So if I put something in this window right here, it will not only show up in Jam, but now we have that integrated to our new Service Desk portal, and these postings will actually show up there as well. So once you go into the portal next week, you'll be able to see updates directly in there. Now, if I scroll down, these are my feeds. So these are coming from either people that I'm following that are posting certain content, or it's actually coming from group feeds, etc. But all this is going to show up on my home page of things that I'm following. So in this case, it's going to be documents that are being updated, posted for the first time. It's also going to be people that are liking a particular thing or replying to a certain conversation, etc. That's going to all be found in the middle feed. Now, over to the right, I also have a notification summary. You're going to receive notifications in the system for various things. Some will send emails, some will not. Some of them might be a request. For example, if I'm set up a group to where I'm going to have to approve certain content, then I'm going to get a notification, and that's going to be a request for approval. I'm going to see some social updates. So if people are saying that they are replying to certain things or they're liking certain things, then I'm going to be able to look at those notifications of what activity was actually occurring. Informational updates, invitations. So somebody might invite me to a private group, so I'll have to go in there and actually accept it before I can actually join the group. They might invite me to an event. Say it can be a meeting or a webinar or a social event. Then I can accept the invitation. It will automatically add that to my calendar. And then also tasks. So each group has the ability to assign tasks. So those tasks that are assigned to me, I'll have a list of those as well as reminders of when they need to be completed by. All right, up on the top right. So we also have here, so we have quick links. If I click on this, it's going to take me to my tasks. If I click on the bell right here, it's going to show me notifications. Obviously, I can scroll down, view all. If I click on this right here, this is going to be messages. In this case, I don't have any current messages. Now, if I click over on here on my options, if I look and I see account settings, this is also, we have the same link over to email. This one's important because this is where you can set your email notifications of what you want to receive updates on. Now, in this case, high priority emails is checked for me. Anytime there's notifications, private messages, tasks, anything of that effect, that will actually come to me as a notification. All right, medium priority emails, in this case, I don't worry about these. Feed comments and likes, clicks on wikis, links, or documents. That I'm less concerned with. Daily emails. I might want to see some emails on, for example, active task reminders, so I'll get those on a daily basis. I also want group notifications. So in this case, you can set it to immediate. Anytime anything is posted or updated on your group, you will automatically get an email notification and also a notification in Jam. Daily, weekly, or none. I might not want to receive any updates. Okay, to clog up my emails, etc. I might want to look at everything directly in Jam. All right. If the group scrolls down beyond this, if you're a member of multiple groups, then just click on View All Groups, and that'll show you all the groups that you're a part of, and then you can set those accordingly. All right. So I'm going to go back to my home page. All right, commonly asked question is, how do I create a group? Very easy. So if I click on groups, I go down to create a group. Once I click on create a group, I'm gonna have a series of templates to choose from. It can be a topic-based collaboration template, an education center template. Some of the more commonly used are a planning and implementation template. For example, if I have a project, I might have a team collaboration template. For example, team leads might want to set this up for your particular organization to track certain activities and documents, etc. Now, I'm going to go up and I'm going to use the planning and implementation template. If I click on the preview button, it's going to go ahead and show me what is that group going to really look like. Now, the nice thing is, as the admin of the group, once you create it, you can assign multiple admins to the group. Every admin has the capability of redesigning this group on the fly. So I might like how this looks, for example, as the default. I can create my own templates, or I can also modify the template or the group once it's been created. So in this case, I have an overall status, I have the active tasks or upcoming events. We'll have a different video that will go into a little more detail about how to modify your template, but this gives you an idea of what you can do to start with one of these default templates. All right, now, if I go ahead and I say create a group from this template, all I have to do is give it a name. Give it a description. All right, now set group permissions. This is where I set it to either public, private, or external. If I set it to private, I have some options that I can set. In this case, by default, its collaboration level is full. Only group admins can invite people. All members can upload content, and moderation policy is off. So if I were to click on this to change it, this will set the collaboration level to where I want to limit it to only certain people that can either upload content, download content, print things, etc. Or I can set it to read only, so I want it to be an informational group. I can also set the invite policy to be only the group admin, or I can also set it to be all group members. I also have the ability to allow others to request to join this group, so that it has to, again, I'll get a notification, I'll have to approve that. Set upload policy can either be all members or only group admins. In this case, I'm going to set it to all group members, and I set the moderation policy off. If I set this to on, it means that every type of content that is posted to that site will have to get admin approval before it's actually published to the group. All right, so once I'm done with this, I'm going to click on done. And it's going to take me back here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to activate this group right now. So I'm going to click on create. And as you can see, your information was successfully saved. This group is now live. So Test for Video is now an active group. All right, so if I click on my groups, and I'm going to click on all my groups. Okay, Test for Video is now in my list. All right, so if I come back to that group, I can invite others. Once they actually join the group, I can set them to be an admin. It also, some of the nice features that have been added, it does store the actual views to the page, so you can see and monitor who's actually looking at what. You can also see what the actual use of your group is, the contributions to the group, who's looking at documents, etc. This is where, as an admin, you can edit the layout if you want to change how this looks. To be able to go into this feature, you just click on the edit button, and this will give you an overview of some tips on how to actually design your page and shows you how to work with the widgets. All right, and you can publish either the changes out, or you can just automatically save them or save them to draft and use them and publish them at a later time if you're still working on it. In this case, we're just going to cancel right out. And this is how to create a group. You can also create subgroups off of there. Everything to the left within a group is standard. So this is where you would post content, so documents, folders, etc., similar to what you would do in SharePoint. The recommendation is keep it a very shallow pattern to where you have a lot of folders at the top and don't have to click beyond 2 to 3 times to get down to the content that you're looking for. Forums, this is where you can have questions and answers. You can bring up various topics for discussion. This events, you can set up certain calendar events, invite people, you can set the agenda, etc. You can assign tasks, and then there's a series of reports that you can run on the content that's being published or consumed on your group. And then as the group admin, you have certain features. One important feature to note is that you do have the ability to extract zip to content. What that means is if you have a zip file full of content, of documents that you want to publish to this particular group, you take a zip file and then you set the destination within the group, and it will automatically unzip and load that content in. For example, if you wanted to load GBNet content or SharePoint content into the group, you simply zip it up and then you can load it that way as the admin. All right, convert to auto group. Auto group means that anybody that is a member of JAM will automatically be added to that group. You can also set that criteria. So for example, if it's a new employee and you want a new employee to be added, they will automatically get added based on the fact that they're new, based on the start date. You can also set it up to be an auto group if, for example, it's a Plano-based employee. You might want them to be automatically added to the GenGauge group for Plano. Then you could do that way. All right, so that's how to create a group. So I'll take you back to the home page, and hopefully this has been helpful. Appreciate your attention. Thanks.